Try out this live for a change. Since I got my 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna try the live feature. See if anybody pops in or not. Man, we got somebody in here. Showing one that you? Huh? Rar Nation is in the house. What's going on, Uncle Danny? Trying out the live feature now that we hit our 1,000 subscriber mark. Figured I'd give you guys a live. We're in Southern Ohio. We're going down to SRC Street Racing Channel's place. Samantha, my daughter. Hey, baby. Pontiac on tap. What's going on? Yeah, we're down in Southern Ohio picking up some parts. Jim, hey, buddy, what's going on? I sent you an email, Jim, on the new hoodies that are coming out. I don't know if you got it yet or not. But, yeah, we're down in Southern Ohio, guys. We're going to go tomorrow and pick up some parts for the S10 build from Bill Hotchkins from SRC Garage Street Racing Channel. They're actually down in Dig or Die in, where the hell is it? South Carolina or somewhere down south. They're supposed to be back sometime tonight or early in the morning, so yeah, I figured I'd try this new live feature out, guys. I mean, if it sucks, it sucks. Yeah, that build is going to be cool, Jim. I actually ordered the cage for it. And I was talking to the guy. Hey, Andy, how's it going, buddy? I talked to the guy at the chassis builder. And I guess we're going to go with the motor plate. We're going to build tabs off the down bars on the front frame. And, okay, cool, Jim. We're going to build tabs off of the front down bars that come into the motor compartment. And do aluminum, what is it? I think it's 1/4 inch aluminum plate for the motor instead of putting the motor mounts. Because on the S10s, the motor mounts can be a bitch. So we got talking and we just decided to do the motor plate. It's going to be a lot easier. Hey, Nuno, how's it going, buddy? So, yeah, he told me to get the cage ordered, so I ordered the cage. I ordered the motor plate and the tabs from Motion Raceworks. I should have them in Tuesday, and once I get them in, I gotta go actually Monday to the shop. And Mr. Be Real, how is it, buddy? And take a motor completely apart. I gotta take a bear block with me too, and he's gonna mock up the motor plate when he welds in the down bars and all that. So we're excited. Hey, Sadie, how's it going? I'm trying out this new live, so everybody don't roast me too bad. You know, I figured if Uncle Danny can do it, I can do it too. Burning Rubber Garage, hey, what's going on, buddy? I seen your last video on cleaning up the GTO, man. That thing's sweet. Rusty Rods popped in too? Oh, I must have missed that one. I can't, once they pop up, you know, that's gone the way this phone's up. But Sadie says, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, beautiful car there, Cam. I love it.
You can't see it like this?
Well, it said if I rotated the phone, like I said, I'm trying to get new at that. No, I can't. But I can only see the... Yeah, we're still trying to figure this out, guys. Like I said, I can only see one comment at a time, but... How do you like your new house, Uncle Danny? Everything, you guys getting everything all situated? We're still in the process of trying to find one. I never knew that it could be so difficult. You know, the realtor that we're working with told us to, you know, always underbid, you know, by $5,000, $10,000, whatever. You know, when you're talking about $130,000 house, $10,000 doesn't seem like a lot of money, but I've already lost two bids due to that. So next time, me and the wife talked about it. Next time, if we want something, I wanted the one house, and we got overbidded. So next time, if that's gonna, I'm not even playing the games. I'm gonna give him what he's asking for as long as the inspection goes good. I'll give them their money. It's getting to be ridiculous. Hey, Dave, how's it going, buddy? Scott Rods, we got a different country in the house. Love the car, man. It's coming along good. Pontiac, I don't plan on driving the S10 much on the street. This build for the S10 is going to be just strictly drag race. We got the El Camino that's getting redone right now. That's going to be our cruise around car. And this is just going to be all out drag race. So, hey, Mr. Bear, how's it going? But yeah, this setup that's going to be in the S10 ain't going to be too street friendly at all. So hopefully it turns out the way that I plan. I mean, I'm making goals for myself on it, and hopefully that I can meet them goals. You know, it takes money, but I have a lot of parts too, guys. You know, as far as motor parts, and like I said, I got the motor, the short block, and the El Camino's already sold. Yeah, I do live in Michigan, Dave. I'm down in Ohio, picking up some parts for the S10 build from a fellow YouTuber, Street Racing Channel, SRC Garage, the Hotchkins family. And they're in southern Ohio. So me and the wife, we left at about 12:15 this afternoon and hit the road. We were on the road for 5.5 hours. And then finally we stopped and we got a hotel. And I said, you know what, I'm going to try this live out tonight. So, yeah, here's the wife kicking back. Yeah, we're in our hotel room. Where at up north you talking about, Will? Or Bill Miller? Oh, yeah, Sadie, you live in Ohio, don't you, girl? Hey, it seems that the Wi-Fi seems to be pretty good. And you know what? This room is, you know, for what it is, you know, they got a jacuzzi, king size bed, fridge. I only paid $100 for it. And a regular room with 2 queen beds, they wanted 85 plus tax. So, and you know, I was telling, you know, I'm a reward member for this hotel, so yeah, I like going on trips too. You know, it's fun to get away and see different scenes. And don't make fun of me, guys, but this is the farthest I've ever been out of Michigan my whole life. And that's no bullshit. I haven't got a chance to travel the United States and see other stuff, so this was kind of cool for me to be able to get out and head south and, you know, check stuff out. Yeah, my whole life, almost 50, and haven't been out of Michigan. So I'm a little wet behind the ears when it comes to checking out different states. Come down to Tennessee. Oh, we'd love to. Me and the wife, you know, we were just talking about that on the way down here. We got towards Columbus, Ohio, and oh my God, the traffic, and you know, it turned into like 8-lane expressway, and I was white knuckling. I mean, people drive like idiots. You know, I'm used to northern Michigan, 2-lane, maybe 3-lane highways, and you know, on I-75, and that ain't nothing compared to around here. I mean, if you ain't doing 90 mile an hour, you're getting run over here. Oh yeah, they drive like crazy. They're nuts. It does sound good too, Uncle Danny? You said it looks good and sounds good? Tito's going live, Michigan. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. You know, like I said, we hit our 1,000 subscriber mark, and this is one of the perks that you get to do without going to that studios or whatever it is. You know, I checked that out. I talked to Triple Nickel of how to go live before when I wasn't at my 1,000, and they wanted to do that Streamlabs, I think it was called. But shit, they wanted access to everything on my cell phone. And, you know, I guess call the old-fashioned in me, but I don't like giving out my credit card online. I don't like giving out any information. I don't know. It's just the way I am. It's just, you don't need all my information to access me to go live, you know, on Streamlabs. So I just waited. Coming out too, guys. We're going to be doing a giveaway. for our 1,000 subscribers. We're setting it up right now to, I'm going to do a little thank you video for everybody that's been with me since day one, all my new subscribers, and whoever leaves a comment in that video, we're going to send you guys out some merch, either a hat and a shirt, or we're going to draw like 3 people. So, just something to try and give back. There's a lot of people on here on the live stream right now that's been, watching this channel since day one, and, the OGs, Sadie, Uncle Danny, Burning Rubber Garage. Guys, if you haven't ever watched any of his videos, go check out Cam's Burning Rubber Garage, Andy's Doghouse. Them are all good channels. Yeah. Ryer Nation, everybody knows Ryer Nation. I mean, come on. Tito's, yeah. I mean, everybody you guys see on here, check each other out. All great. Chevy Mustang 1A, Mike. Everybody on here so far that I've seen is excellent people. Mr. Lexi, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I wish I could see more comments. I mean, I got to stay focused on that. Need any blocks? I'm about ready to load some up. What do you got, Bear, for blocks? What are you trying to get rid of? Chevy, Mike, I am going to take your advice on that camshaft that we talked about. That's going to work perfect for that S10. 354 bullets, maybe a 400. Where are you located? Well, see, she said if I flip my phone the other way, I don't know if it'll let me now. Yeah, see, orientation is locked, it says. I don't know what's going on, and I really don't want to mess with it. As long as I keep up on them, I can see. West Iowa, whew, that's a long way to ride. Honey, you can do it. I don't need, I'm keeping up with them. Yeah, it won't let me turn it now. It says it's locked for some reason, but I'm keeping up on them. But yeah, hey, Bear, that's Iowa. That's quite the. I wish I could drive down there, but believe it or not, how far are we from Port Huron? That's our hometown. No shit, you know that town, huh? That's where me and the wife were born, is Port Huron, Michigan. Yeah, we moved. I moved away with my dad up northern Michigan when I was younger, and that's what I grew. Hey, what's going on? Old man in the shop's in the house, guys. Yeah, but I moved away, and I loved it up north. I mean, there 4 years ago, yeah. We got away from that town, Bear, because of, it just turned to shit. I lost my brother, was it, how many years ago now? 2 years ago to a drug overdose, and he was just in his 30s. 32, and nobody even knew that he was messing around with that shit, and that's all that town is anymore. You leaving us, Sadie? You taking off? All right, Sadie. Thanks for stopping in, girl. Mr. Schneidertron 3000. What's going on? We're down in southern Ohio. I figured I'd try this live stuff out. Yeah, I mean, it was a surprise to everybody. We got that phone call, Bear, at 2 in the morning, and couldn't believe it myself. And like I said, I still have a hard time with it. He never asked for help. Nobody even knew that he was dabbling in that stuff. And I know him and his wife they separated, but yeah, it was a bad deal. But that's all that town is anymore, is just nothing but drugs. So I'm glad that we moved our family up north to stay away from it. Let's see. Hey, you're in Ohio, ain't you? Don't you live? Yeah, you live in Ohio. What part of Ohio are you in, if you're still here? Yeah, it really does, Pontiac. You know, and me being his older brother, you know, I kicked myself in the ass and wish I could have done more. You know, and when it first happened, I tried to, you know, I was kicking, you know, bringing myself down. Well, maybe if I would have spent more time with him and, you know, tried to do more, you know, because he always looked up to me and, you know, being around the race cars and, but, you know, our age groups were so far apart. You know, and in time he got to be around, you know, 10 and 11, 12, you know, I was already gone and started my own family. And then he moved to Florida for a long time and had, you know, started his family. And then they moved back to Michigan and they separated. And like I said, and then that happened. And yeah, it was bad news. But I still feel him and, you know, I still feel his presence. But yeah, I don't wish that on anybody, you know, that has to go through that kind of thing. And if you do see anybody struggling with that, you know, try your best to, you know, I will from now on. I mean, if I see anybody struggling, I'll do what I have to do to try and, you know, intervene. But so, what do you guys think of this new S10 build? Mr. Schneidertron, he just popped on here. That's who we got it from. Is Josh over at Schneidertron 3000? He picked it up from Dave, which I've been talking to, and he lives in Wisconsin, but he bought the truck from Missouri, and he bring it back, and he was gonna build it. He put the 8.8 in it, the Caltrax, he said, and then he ended up buying another Toyota pickup too. And he's like, "Well, I could have used that rear end," which I'm still thinking about changing the rear end out. Um, you know, there's ways of, you know, a lot of people. Yeah, I'm gonna stay small tires. Yep. You know, I really, I'm not into the tubbed out. I had a couple. I had a tubbed out S10 back in the early 90s, and I had a 70 SS tubbed out Nova, which you guys could probably see on my Instagram if you have me on Instagram. I posted my Nova, and I don't know if my S10 was on there or not, but you know they were tubbed out, and I just, yeah, small tires for life. Hell yeah! If you can get a small tire to work, then you're doing something. I just think it's easy to make a tubbed out car work on my horsepower rating anyway. I mean, you get into, you know, street outlaws like Sean and Chief and all them, and you know that's a different story. Hey, what do you guys think about what happened to Reaper's cars, huh? That was some shit. I couldn't believe that. Who's that? It's a rear wheel drive. Yeah, you know what? I just had a guy message me, Lexi on 8.5 rear end out of a ZR2, Mr. Sully, and that's the 8.5 rear end. And if that's the case, I have extra parts for the 8.5. I got another ring and pinion. All right, honey, I love you. Give Wheezy some love for me. My daughter saying goodbye, guys. Going to Nick's dad. But yeah, but you know their wheels are like what's on the S10 now. It looks like they're straight with the lug nut. You know, there's no offset on the wheels on even on them ZR1 or ZR2s. So you'd still probably have to cut that rear end down. Hey, Phil. Yeah, he lost a lot of money, guys, and you can just tell. I watched a video earlier today before we left to hit the road, and he had that chop saw up there taking the bodies off, and you could just tell he was just sick to his stomach. I would be too. Yeah, it's my first live. Yep. Yeah, Phil. I figured, you know, we're on the road. I was bored, so I'd try it out. You know, we hit our, you know, our mark on our subs. It's one of the perks they let you go live on your cell phone. We're heading down to Street Racing Channel to pick up some parts for the S10. Here, I'm friends with them on the truck, and He hooked. I mean, can't beat that. Great guys, man. Great guys. You know, everybody that I meet, you know, and I talk to on my channel, you know, love y'all, man. I mean, you guys are cool, excellent people. Yeah, I've had a few haters, but everybody do too. I mean, it is what it is. Uncle Danny, what do you? I can tell you how to make all your posi, rear ends posi, and not welded either. Well, mini spool. Did Josh get it? I tell you what, the 8.5. So, if you build them right, you know I got that. The El Camino's got 8.5 in it, and I bought that Detroit locker, or not, what the hell is it? It's in, yeah. It doesn't take clutches, it takes the springs. Shit, I'm having a brain fart. But I got the good carrier, I got Richmond gears in it, and I just put Moser axles, new Moser axles in it, and 1/2-inch studs, and no spools clip. Well, come on, man. Don't keep us in suspense, Unc. Tell us. What kind of posi you looking for, Andy? What kind of rear end you got? Yeah, the True Track. There it is, Tim. Yep. That's exactly what it is. The Detroit True Track. Good rear end. Like I said, I've had it in the car. Well, I don't have many miles on that whole build, but I've never had a problem with it. And then, you know, I've had Z28s in the past with 8.5s in them, and believe it or not, even my old Monte Carlo had a 7.5 in it, and I had good luck with that. Yeah, True Tracks are awesome. I spent the money and you know, because they give you that extra turn when you turn the corners. That way, it's not trying to eat on your clutches. Hey, thanks, Rusty Rods. I'm glad all you guys could pop in, man. It really means a lot. Like I said, I didn't know how it was gonna go, but you know, I just figured I'd try it out while we're sitting down here, and I have 8 Explorer rear end, but it's so ugly. Yeah, and I don't like the offset. You know, 8.8s are strong as shit. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I probably never ever have to do anything. I don't know what they're rated for, you know, horsepower wise, but I'm hoping for around 800 horse, you know, when this is all said and done. Well, I was going to go 427, but I might have something else. Oh, it's you, Phil. You know what I'm doing. You trying to trick me. He says, what engine for the S10? Yeah, well, now that I just said that, guys, we might not be going to a 427. I gotta. He's laughing. Yeah, thanks. Now I gotta let the cat out of the bag. We might have another deal going on a dart motor. But he gave me a hell of a deal on it. It's completely built. I forgot. I think he said it went low 11s in a 3,600-pound car already. It's got aluminum Pro Comp heads on it, dart block, K1 rods. What kind of crank, Phil? Since you already said it, you might as well tell everybody what it is. But yeah, it's a good motor. I mean, I can save myself $1,500. No, it's still a small block, Sully. Unless you want to give me the big block out of your car. Oh, it's an Eagle 4340. But yeah, I mean, all the other parts, the K1 rods, Weisco pistons with the coating on them. And what can you throw the numbers up there, Phil? What it run and what car? And what the weight was? Ross pistons. Okay, Ross. Yeah, it was Ross pistons. Which Ross makes a hell of a good piston too. But instead of building the 427, you You know, I was looking at $6,500 just for a short block, guys. And then I was going to use my AFR heads and my camshaft. I was going to switch the camshaft around a little bit, but I can spend $1,500 less and get a complete motor, and it run good numbers in a heavy car already. So I'm trying to put that together. I mean, I'd be kind of stupid not to tell you the truth. I mean, I'd love to have my 427. I've always wanted to build one, but 3580 G body, 1118 at 122.6. Now, can you imagine what? I know we're not bench racers here, but I'm thinking the S10 with me in it is going to be. I want to be under 3,000 or at 3,000. Or you can build, yeah. Josh, you and them LS is where it's at, though. I got to give you that, buddy. Hold on one sec, guys. I got to run to the fridge. Josh is where you can build a turbo LS and gap everybody. Yeah, them turbo LSs is where it's at. But, you know, I'm so old-fashioned, I'm scared of change. You know, jumping into something I have never done. I have never even dabbled in nitrous. Like, you know, Josh, you know probably better than everybody. All my motors that I've built and raced, Mr. BLG, what's happening, buddy? Has always been naturally aspirated. And the guys that I've always raced with and learned from, with 10, no kidding, Tim, he's at LQ9 with 10,000 miles for, what do you say? Oh, out of a wreck, I didn't say. Yeah, that's a good motor. But, you know, the people I always raced back in the days, you know, is, no, we're live. Are you alive, or is this a Memorex? I hope I'm alive. Let me pinch myself. Yeah, I think I'm alive. Puppetron. Puppetron's in the house, guys. We got Bo Schneiders in the house. Them guys are excellent people, man. I tell you, if you're not subscribed to Schneidertron 3000, guys, definitely go over there, which most of you guys probably came from him, but there's a lot of people on here that I knew before that, but definitely go over and get Josh. Hell of a cool channel. When I grow up, I'm going to be just like him. I want to have a shop like him, though. He's got a badass shop. I even bring 6 beers from home, or 8. And when they're able to get inside, they find Isidore Fink lying dead in the middle of the road. Yeah, but you know, with that other motor, that I'm talking to a guy on, without bench racing, you know, it went 1119 in the G body, 1080 maybe 1090. And the S10 maybe a little lower. I don't know. It'd probably go a little lower. Is it possible that the killer used some kind of secret passageway that happened to exist in this building? They didn't seem to use the front door. Let me see what Rar Nation said. Pack up the spider gears and make it so tight. Yeah, she's having a beer too. She got mad. She's like, "You didn't bring the wine?" We got a buddy that makes some homemade wine, and man, that stuff's good. I mean, it's right on the verge of liquor, and I can't drink that stuff. Ugh. You know, this is you know, my beer. I like my beer. Yeah, you know, well, you know, I didn't want to be overzealous, but I think with that other motor, you know, 1050. Well, it ain't set in stone yet. You know, he's got another guy, Mike, that is interested in this motor too. And I told him, don't wait up for me. I mean, if the other guy comes with money, let it go. But you know, he offered a deal on this motor that is just unbelievable for what it is. A complete motor running. It's from intake to oil pan. everything. Complete dart block, forged dart or Eagle crank, K1 rods, Ross pistons, Pro Comp aluminum 230 aluminum heads, Super Victor intake, and oil pan, all everything, timing chain and gears. Got the billet timing chain for $1,500 less than what I could build a short block for. So, I was entertaining it. Yeah. Yep. Josh, I know what you're saying. And Billy's setup on Billy's S10, he's got basically they run the same heads as what I do on the El Camino. And, like Bill was just telling me, he's like, the reason that they stick to that setup is because when they're out street racing out in the middle of God knows where, that's why they don't have the Jessel and, shaft rocker, because they can go anywhere. They have CNC ported heads, and they can find a rocker, a rocker anywhere. He said basically anybody will have one of them on their shelf. You get the Jessels. How many people's got, $2,500 lifters just hanging out in their garage if they break one? So, yeah, me too. And like Bill said, you don't have to have that high dollar shit to go fast. And that was funny. His last video that he made, everybody's asking, well, why are you telling them all the parts and showing them the parts that we have, you guys have in that truck and the numbers? And he's like, well, I can hand you my cookbook with the recipes to bake a cake. Can you bake the cake the same way that we bake the cake? And I just laughed because it's true. Just because you have that set up and you can get it to run them numbers doesn't mean that somebody else can do the same thing. Setting up the boxes and degreeing the cam in and all your tolerances. Yeah, Chevy Mustang, Mike. It's a 400 cubic inch dart block. But he gave me it's a hell of a deal. And that's why I probably shouldn't release shit like that, because it makes me look stupid. 427, 427, 427, then all of a sudden you get somebody that's cool and, wants to help out in a way, and basically he's giving the shit away. You are not going to be able to build that motor. He bought it last January. It ain't even a year old. He's only got so many runs on it. You can't build the short block. Like I said, I was going to spend $6,500 just on the short block. So, it's still the same block. Same bore. Only difference is 4.75 stroke crank versus a 4-inch crank. Yeah, I know, but I get excited and I spill the beans, Phil, and and get people pumped up, and then all of a sudden shit changes and I look like an idiot. Or you said you were going to build a 427, now you're not. But I always wanted to build a 427, and deep down I still do. But I'm not rich. Oh yeah, 400 is a good motor, and like I said, and Phil, he's a cool ass guy, and like I said, he's basically giving it to me. He ain't making a dime off it. He showed me paperwork. And for what it is, I'd be dumb not to buy it. So, like I said, he told one other person about it, and I told him if the other gentleman comes up with the money, then let it go. Don't hold it up on my half. I got a lot of irons in the fire. I still got the chassis, but as soon as this damn house gets done, I can have my money back in the bank that I put down as a deposit. Tell you what, buying this house, man, trying to undercut everything and get that deal, sometimes it just bites you in the ass. Like I said, it ain't going to happen again. Next time we find something we want, as long as it passes inspection, I'm just going to give them what they want for it. I'm sick of this shit. We got our place sold in the trailer park. We're going to help out one of my wife's friends that she works with that needs... yeah, I'll take one, Andy. Thanks, buddy. She needs a place to live, her and her daughter. So we're going to we're going to pay it forward just how we got it. Our church helped us get it. When I had that bad accident and was down and out, our church stepped in and helped us. See? Everybody, you better have a lot of beer, Andy. You opened up a can of worms now. Oh yeah, BLG, I know it'll come. Good things come to those who wait. And that's what I was been told, And we told ourselves, we just ain't going to take the first thing that comes along just to get out of the trailer. The trailer, it's decent. I mean, hey, it kept our family as a family instead of being homeless for 6 years since, when that accident happened with me. Because we didn't know what we were going to do, Either, 40 years old or 42 yeyears old and going to knocking on mommy and daddy's door with no place to live. And never, that's what we thought was going to happen. But our church helped us out, plus the money we had in the bank, and we ended up in the trailer park. Hey, look at Skull Garage. They built all their motors right on their porches out there in their trailer park. That's another cool channel, too. Is Papatron still in here? Did you ever get to go check that out? That channel out on the dual quads? We got 20 people in here and 17 likes, guys. Awesome. I don't know if does this live stuff count like towards views and stuff like that as far as your channel goes? I don't know. I just figured I'd like to get on here and bullshit with my friends. I was always a fan of. Oh, cool. All right, Uncle Danny. Glad you could stop by, buddy. Nice seeing you. Hopefully that new house you got down there in Alabama is turning out. Yeah, I'm going to stick with drag radios too, Mike. Yeah, you too, Uncle Danny. Good seeing you, buddy. Yeah, I like my drag radios. I actually got the weld wheels sold Monday. I got to take them in and get the tires knocked off. I sold just the wheels. I'm going to go to a 10-inch. Since my son put them 10-inch rims on that Monte Carlo, I just love the way how the offset is on them. But I'm going to hold off on buying wheels now until I figure out what rear end I'm going to put in the S10. I'm going to put my rally wheels back on El Camino. We're going to cruise that baby just like a stock 1971. And another good thing, if I buy that other motor from Phil, I can leave the El Camino motor alone, I won't have to rob nothing off it. Well, few things. I need the converter, I need the fuel system, and, excuse me, and the tranny. That tranny won't work with a stock. You put a stock converter behind that tranny, you'll be breaking stuff, I guarantee you that. But, yeah, I couldn't believe it when I seen Reaper's cars, guys. That was unbelievable. That's, I've always had a fear of that, like in motor homes. And, when I got hurt, I worked for an RV company as a mechanic, doing fifth wheel hitches, brake controllers, everything. And you'd be surprised. I heard through that he hasn't actually said what happened, but I know it wasn't nothing to do with they came out and said it had nothing to do with the service that they had done to their trailer. So I heard through other people's lives or whatever that was a brake fire, and I've actually seen trailers come in that burnt the bearings right out of them. So if that's what happened, man, what a tough break. He lost a lot of money. Even losing one of them cars would have been disheartening, but I probably would have puked. I mean, Wow, losing both of them. I mean, he's got a lot of nice cars too. I mean, he's got the older Camaros at the house still, but he doesn't have nothing. Yeah, fire is no joke. I lost my first car in a fire. Glad nobody was hurt. That Papa Tron 3000 just lost his daily driver pickup this year to a fire too, and they burn hot and fast. He had a handgun in there that looked like a pile of metal. All right, Josh. Good seeing you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, he had a bad fire on his daily driver, and it was not good. All right, Mike. Take care, buddy. Yeah, I figured we'd just go on here for about an hour or so. But we only been on for 40 minutes. We'll hang out for a little while yet and talk to some people. And we still got some people on here. Is Cam still on here too? All right. Take care, Mike. Good talking to you, buddy. That's a hell of a good guy right there, that Chevy Mustang one, guys. He's got a YouTube channel. He knows a lot of stuff about engines. I actually called him on advice on, when I was still going to do the 427 and talk to him on putting together a camshaft because he's ran all that big solid roller stuff. And yeah, man, you had a bike catch fire too? Wow. Whew. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just glad they got out, and they weren't hurt, Phil. And you being a firefighter, you probably see some sad, bad stuff. Wow. Hats off to you, man. Give it up, guys, for Phil over here. He's under Melanie Strano, firefighter. Hey, JJ, what's happening, buddy? Firefighter. He's one of the the frontliners, guys. Hell of a good guy, too. I actually called him, talked to him on the phone, and so that was cool. Oh, yeah, the Dirty 30. You're welcome, Will. Join the Ram Big Finish event with employee pricing for all. Get an average of $8,860 below MSRP on the 2020. Oh, yeah, William Miller. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I? Was it? Oh, I'm sorry. I might have messed that up, guys. See, I'm watching this phone, but my wife put her phone over here so I could see. I thought Phil was but William, man, you're a frontliner too, buddy. That's what I was talking about when I seen that message. Hats off, man. Yeah, that's what I just figured. Like I said, I can only see one message at a time on this phone, and my wife's at hers over here. And I kind of glanced over to look at it, and I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. But, yeah, frontliner, guys, give him a big thumbs up on his part. Without you, you make us all sleep better at night, what you guys do, honestly. Shit, when I was 20, I could carry a fire hose, I bet. I'd probably make it about 10 feet, and you'd have to call the firefighter for me. Fabian, what's going on? Just sitting back, shooting the shit with friends, man. Hanging out. We're down in southern Ohio having a cold drink. Going to pick up some new parts for our S10 build from the Street Racing Channel. From the Hopkins family in the morning, and just enjoying ourselves. We had some nice, that's kind of cool because right across the parking lot, they had yummy Chinese place that you take out, And we haven't had Chinese in a long time, so the wife got sweet and sour chicken and some shrimp fried rice, and I got sesame chicken. Good stuff. Day or Die is no prep. No prep where they race no prep surface. drag racing, like street race, street race style. No prep on the track. Run what you brung. They got small tire and big tire. They were running big tire today, first thing, and then I don't know. I haven't heard yet. I'm hoping they even make it back by the time we get there in the morning. He said there might, I last time I talked to him, he told me where the parts were at, and he said if he's not there, let myself in and get him. And I'm going to give him some old license plates and a sticker. Give him some Michigan license plates since he's in Ohio. But they're older, 76. And I gave him a 71 since he's got his 71 Nova. Just stuff to hang on his garage wall. Least I could do. Was it the? It was that switch, huh, Rusty Rods? Chuck? It was that switch, huh? I figured it, I'm not a very good texter. It usually takes me a while to write out a message, and then halfway through the message, I'm like, man, I wish I could just talk to him and tell him. But when you push that button down, and it takes the load of the starter, even though you let the button off and that starter continue, I don't know if it was sending back feed to the switch, but yes, I just got your sticker, Andy. Thank you, man. That was awesome. I'm gonna send you one back out for your garage also. That was cool, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Every time I do that speak to text, Dave, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't. After I do it, I tried it, and then I'd go to read what I said. Like, holy shit, I didn't. That ain't what I said. So I take the time, and whatever happened to the good old days where you just go, doot, doot, doot. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, all right, cool. All right, goodbye. Tell you what, technology's come a long ways in our lifetimes. Everybody that's on this channel probably can agree. I mean, I'm almost 50, and there was no cell phones or nothing back when I was a kid. I remember the telephones hanging on the wall with a 30-foot little squiggly cord so you can walk out and sit in the living room and talk or whatever. I sure hope so. I mean, plus I'm going to try the 100 or 150 shot. Yeah, that speak to text. And then you got, half the time you got to go back and correct some of the words, and you end up texting anyway. So, I mean, if it works good for you guys, sweet. But I remember you could buy a 1970 car for $300. Yeah, the good old days. And everybody that's in here that's older, which I'm sure most of us are, kick ourselves in the ass and selling some of the cars that we did have. Never thinking that they would. I had a 69 Dodge Dart, 344 speed, matching numbers, that my uncle bought brand new. And that was one of the Scat Pack cars right from the factory. Had the little bumblebee with the wheels on it and the sunglasses, and sticker on the side window right from the factory, Scat Pack car. And I sold it. And I sold it back to my other uncle, and then he let it go out of the family. But that was the deal, if he was. And I bought that car for $1,100. Hey, Test the Speed Shops in the house. All right, BLG, good talking to you, buddy. Yeah, in that 69 Dodge Dart GT, I had 71 RT Chargers. I used to be a Mopar man back. My whole family is nothing but Mopar. My dad, my uncles, my grandpa, it's all Mopar. And I was Mopar 100% until I met my wife and we started making babies. Then I couldn't afford them no more. And her dad was Chevy. So I could have the best of both worlds, family, and still race with Chevy. I love Pontiacs too. I had a lot of them too. I had a Trans Am look just like Burt Reynolds, Smokey and the Bandit. Black with the gold stripe, gold honeycomb wheels. Another car I wish I would have kept. But my true dream car though is a 71 Cuda. Doesn't even have to be a Hemi, even if a 440 car would be cool. Love Mopar. Yeah, Mopar 71 Cuda. Yeah. I love them. I mean, just the way they look, and it's got the grill and the fenders. You know, the awesome. You know, and them things bring big bucks. Sully bought this fall for $500. No way. Well, you've had that thing for how many years? Well, that '69 Dodge Dart, it had the build sheet underneath the back seat, and my uncle had the original flyer from it, and it said, what did it say? 7,000 RPM for under $3,000 or something. It was a Scat Pack marketing thing, but yeah, it was cool. I wish I would have kept it though. I mean, that car was clean. Sat in the barn for 20 years when I got it in '91. 44 years for that's a long time. Jenny's dad had 500 for holy shit. Guys, Test the Speed Shops in the house too. Another cool channel. All right, Phil, I appreciate you stopping in, man. I really do. See, you guys are making me all jealous. All these, and I paid, but you guys are talking all Chevelles and back, and when I was getting out of high school and stuff like that. I was into the '78 Dodge Magnums. You guys ever heard of the Magnums and the Muratas from the Dodge Chrysler line? It was the Dodge Magnum. I love them cars. They were huge. Hell yeah, let's make her grow. I'm sorry, guys, if I keep looking over. I'm kind of double, because I'm making sure I didn't miss anybody's. All right, Pontiac. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, there will be a video coming out real soon on us taking it over to the chassis shop. It should be this week coming up. Like I said, I just got the parts ordered. He got his last job done, so I'm next in line. So I was hoping to have it in there already, but I'm the guys that I'm working with and the deals that they make me. I'm not the type to push. You know what I mean? Rocker, Pat, what's going on, brother? I'm not the type that push. Come on, man, come on. Like I said, I dropped my El Camino off for paint, and I told him I'll probably call you in the spring if I don't hear nothing. But I'm not the type of guy that's just on everybody's ass. Rush. Because I believe if you rush somebody, you're gonna get what kind of work I've already got on it. That car's already been to 3 different painters, and I took it up to what every time. The last time I took $4,000 loss on, and I'm still not happy about that. That one hurt. The other one was only $1,500 before that, and the other one was maybe $500 in tools that I gave a kid and a windshield. He broke my windshield, but yeah, this is but Dave over at Dave's Collision, the guy that's got it now, it's gonna be beautiful. You guys probably seen in my last video, his GTO with the blue with the flames on it. That car is beautiful. I mean, Cobo Hall clean. You could put mirrors underneath it. I'm not a big fan of the flames and all that, but I tell you, it looks good on his car, I think. But that just goes to show his showmanship of what he can do. He's a hell of a good body man and painter. So I'm glad my car is there. And for the price he told me, it's like, I just can't believe how cool people are, and that it's awesome. Like I said, we're going to be giving back to everybody too. We're going to be doing that video. We're going to be doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm gonna do a quick video, and then whoever leaves a comment, we're gonna take everybody that leaves a comment, put them in a bowl, and draw 3 people out, and then give some merch out for free. And that video will probably be coming out here within the next week or so. We've been busy. We've been going with the realtor and packing up stuff, and I've been helping Tony at the shop, and we just been staying busy. Haven't been pumping the videos out. I mean, the El Camino's gone. The S10, I ain't got much. I can't do much on it until it comes back from the chassis shop, and I can start getting my fuel cell mocked up and hang the ignition where I'm building a relay board with a separate fuse box, and I can start getting the wiring done the way I want. Oh, I don't think I'm monetized yet, Hot Rods. I'm over 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know what my watch hours are. They should be up there. I mean, I've been doing this for almost a year now, so I don't know how to check the shit. Tell you the truth, I'm actually when I tell you in my videos that I'm computer illiterate, I'm telling you guys the truth. My son does all the editing, and so I like these lives. He ain't got nothing to do. I can just push start and end, and it's all done. So social blue book is how you check your watch hours. Hold on one sec, guys. What are you doing, man? I'll get you one. Hold on, I gotta take this sweatshirt off right quick. I thought you turned that heat down. Huh? Oh, my glasses. Turn that here on. Whew. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to take that sweatshirt off. I was roasting. The way she likes it. She's cold-blooded. If it's 95 degrees, she's happy. Me? And when we had our wood stove in our last place, man, if it wasn't 100 degrees in there, we'd fight all the time. Her mom and dad do the same thing. Her mom and dad, they got candle holders on the side of their walls, the sticks that come up out of the holders. So hot in there, the candlesticks, they're down like this now. We walk in there and I instantly just start sweating like a pig. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100. But, all right, let's see what we missed here. You are four-linking? No, I'm not four-linking it. Nope, it's already got, I'm going to put the monoleaf leaf spring in it, the slider, and Cal track bars. I already got Cal track bars. So I'm just going to go, I got to buy a rocker pad. Hell yeah, brother. We're on the same page. We can jam out, but we can't tune a computer. But no, we're just going to keep it Cal tracks and monoleaf. Appreciate the live. You're welcome, Fabian. Thank you for stopping in, brother. We appreciate you. Oh, and thanks for telling me I'm doing an awesome job. Like I said, this is my very first live. I figured I'd give it a shot. I wanted to see if anybody would pop in and want to bullshit. And shit, we've had 20 people all night long and steadily, and we got 22 thumbs up. Hell yeah. It's kind of cool to be able to bullshit with your friends, man. Yeah, I'll talk to Dave about the monetization or monetization, whatever the hell it is. In which, I don't know. Like I said, a few people know my background and why I got started in YouTube. And, well, there's one of them, Cam, right there. There's a few people I talk to that know why I've actually got started doing YouTube. I actually could have got started a year before I did, and I kept saying no, and I didn't want to. But then, my family talked me into it. But that's another story for another time, guys. In time, I'll feel comfortable enough probably to let it out, what led me to start my channel and why I did. But that's a whole discussion on itself. You did great. Yeah, I plan on doing more lives. I like hanging out, and I always went on Rare Nations live feeds, and just to be able to bullshit with friends like this. It's fun to be able to sit back and talk to your friends and answer questions. Anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask too. I can answer them the best I can. If you got it, if you have any, you want to ask me anything personally, or don't. I have a few beers, so don't ask me nothing too technical now. I don't want to give you the wrong impression. So that's a 355, Joe. It's actually ready to go, but I'm going to be switching the intake around. The more I got doing and digging into it, the camshaft in it, I think it'll be a lot more happy with a dual plane RPM Performer air gap intake. I think they're called. I think it'd have more power with the air gap intake than that big single plane that I was gonna put the single plane on it in the big 830. But I got digging in, because when I got the camshaft that's in that motor that I just built for it, came with it. And we got the cam card finally, and I finally can figure out what the specs are, what lobe separation angle it is, and it'll be a lot more happier with the dual plane. It ain't that, it's only a 484 lift, what was it, a 240 something duration or something like that. So we're gonna run Lloyd, a buddy of ours from out in the Lansing area. He let us use an Edelbrock. I think it's a 650 or 700 or something like that. We're gonna run that carburetor for now and a dual plane intake until until we either bump the camshaft up or find something different for a carburetor. But it's ready to go. But he's been busy too. It's his busy time of year. He works at a granary, keeping all the machines up, and he TIG welds on all the aluminum silos and stuff. And this is his busy time of year, so he ain't had it. What do you say about the? Yeah, that's what I figured, Joe. That with I thought the cam was going to be a little bit heftier than what it was. Like I said, I was going by what the guy told me, but he actually gave the cam card up, and it wasn't what we thought it was. Thanks, Rusty Rods, or Rusty Iron, Chuck. Appreciate it. So yeah, dual plane intake and a little bit smaller carb. And you know that you guys seen my video of me buying the that 950 XP carburetor. I actually went out and bought a main body 850 and gonna make that 950 into an 850. So I got the whole 950 carburetor that I just spent $1,050 something on, had a problem with, sent it back, got a new one, and then I bought another main body, an 850 main body that I'm just gonna. So now I can just interchange main bodies and go from a 950 to an 850, whatever the new build's gonna like better. So it was only 200. It was on Summit Bucks sales, they called, for $250. Hey Lloyd, nice to see you dropped in, buddy. I was wondering if you were gonna catch that or not. We were just talking about the carburetor that we got from you on the we're gonna use on the boys' car for break-in and until we figure out what we're gonna do. Your ears must have been ringing, huh? No shit. I need a charger, babe. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta plug in real quick. It says my battery's low. You can tape your phone if you want. Well, man, there's lots of that junk.
Oh, that's why, there's another plug on the other side of the desk.
Holy shit. Yeah, I've always been a single plane. You know, I had a 350 in my Monty back in the day, and I ran the Holly, the same intake, the Holly strip denominator, big single plane, and loved it. And my car had an 850 on it, 350 was board 40 over, so that a 358 they called it. But it was only 10.5 to 1 motor, and shit, I ran the big single planes, the 850. Carburetor's too big. And that thing had no hesitation. You punch it, 3500 converter, 411 gears. It took every bit of it out of the hole, no problem. The vacuum secondaries are a right carburetor, especially for your car, Testa. Yeah, the 870. I mean, that big on the big block.
This says you're live in Ohio.
It says I'm live in Ohio.
Right there.
Michigan's live in Ohio. Yeah, but that 870, that probably worked pretty good on what your setup is. Yeah, yep. You know, I'm not a big vacuum secondary type of guy, but on your setup, what I'm saying, you know, you got the motor that shit. You just drove it how many states away and back and forth to that car show you just went to, and you know, vacuum secondary carburetors are perfect for that setup. You know, drivability. I guess I'm not the big kind of drivability guy, but I'm getting to be. The El Camino's going to be. Yeah, we want to drive. The wife said, well, can we fix it up to where I can drive it and take it to work if I want to? Yeah. Haggerty Insurance insured this shit. It was already, believe it or not, it was already insured for 25 grand before. So now that I'm going to have all the chrome put back on it right, the new windshield, this paint job, it's going to go get reassessed. You know, I don't know what, you know, a real SS are going for on. You know, El Camino's always been lower priced than the Chevelles and stuff. But in time, you know, it's going to be like any other, you know, muscle car. I say muscle car like that because a lot of people don't think that the El Camino is a muscle car, but bullshit, it is. It was in that era. It still has that SS features, but in time, I think it's going to come up. You know, there's a lot of people that like them, and there's people that don't like them. You know, which, you know, if I had my my choice between a 71 Chevelle and a 71 El Camino, I'd choose the Chevelle too. Just because it's got a back seat, you can take your family, your kids, your grandkids, you know, whatever. El Camino's a single man's car, I guess. Pick up a lady from the bar or something, take her home, down the road. But you know, back in the day when they made them cars, you know, it was the workman's muscle car. You know, they could still haul. I don't think I've ever seen an El Camino with a hay bale in the back, though. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. 13 miles to a gallon, huh? I thought what was that 750 that you put on there and you had trouble with? That ain't the one that you put back on there, is it? I'm talking to Testa guy. He was getting 13 miles to a gallon with 750. I don't think it would matter whether it was a 750 or an 830 or an 850 for miles per gallon, to tell you the truth. I mean, your throttle bore or the throttle blades is bigger on an 850 versus your 750, but the inside of your carburetor, I'm having a brain fart again, where it tapers down and comes back out, that's what your difference is going to be on. That's when I bought that 850. You know, I'm like, actually, what is the difference? Because the 850, if I bolted on my base plate, you know, the throttle blades, the Venturis is what I was trying to say. The Venturi size is, I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands difference between 850, 950, 750. But even with that 870 vacuum secondary versus a 750 mechanical, I mean, as long as you ain't into the 4 barrel side of it, your miles per gallon would probably be the same. What gear ratio you running in that? Venturi's. don't you hate it when you get brain fires, Pat? You're like, God damn it, I know the name of that, but I just can't think of it. Especially when you're on the spot trying to explain something. It happens to me all the time in videos. You know, it makes myself look like an idiot at times. Like, you know, and I'm not the type, Nathan Fishboy was having, that goes through and puts a lot of salt and pepper on my videos. What you see is what you get. You know, I don't make my son do a lot of hokey pokey editing. You know, 331s. Still 3,000 at 70, huh? Wow. I got out of the points, but I'm still in the carb world. Last points I tuned was on my buddy's Cornet. He didn't understand them. He's like, where's the red wire go? I said, on the negative side. He's like, negative? Yeah, on the negative side. Oh, I'm sure it does. Probably singing right along. I think you're the only one that didn't have any trouble on that trip, ain't ya? You? Do you still live here? Let me see something here. Whoop. Oh shit. Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure it out to where I can see the comments longer. Welcome to live chat. Let me see if that works any better. Okay. Yeah, Pat. That's what I was looking for. Is Rocker Pat's comment. If it happens to me, he starts his video over. I just say hell with it. You know, it is what it is. A lot of people they get the gist of what I was trying to say. I mean, sometimes I'll probably look like an idiot, but it is what it is. Believe me, I try and know what I'm talking about. But believe it or not, you know, back when I was in a band, and you know what's up on bands, Pat. You know, if you try and fuck up words on, excuse my language, but if you try and mess up words on a song, they know it right away. But here I'm making videos for race cars, or you know, trying to explain parts or a procedure to somebody, and something comes out wrong, and I don't really realize it until after the video's already been uploaded and all that, and then I look at it, or rendered and uploaded, and then I look at it before I before I push public on it and then let it go, and then I'll say, God damn it, look at it, you know. But yeah, because you know, for what is it, you know, a 20-minute video, shit, it takes us about 35 to 40 minutes to get it uploaded. They got a Summit Racing here in Ohio? I thought it was Jigs. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, I order from Summit in Ohio all the time. See, there's another stupid dummy. Fucking wasn't thinking before I just spoke. Duh. Why? What are you looking for now, Lloyd? Like this video here, not this one, but the one I'm making for us coming down here. It's probably going to be a 30-minute video. But I haven't, you know, I'm only usually doing one a week, you know, if I'm lucky now at, you know, this particular time. It ain't that I don't have stuff to film or content that I could make. It's just we're so damn busy that I just don't have the time. Yeah, see, Andy, I don't want to put my boy, you know, he loves doing his computer stuff, and he told me that he would help, you know, when he got me doing this YouTube channel, that he would edit the videos. But I just feel bad making them, try and fix all my fuck ups, you could say. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You watch my videos. You guys get the gist of it. I mean, there's some things that I miss say or I leave out of the videos or that's just me. Not perfect. Don't claim to be. Don't want to be. And I tell you what, if you say you're perfect, you're a goddamn liar. So what do you need from Summit, Lloyd? What are you working on? Guys, Lloyd's here. That Lloyd Prickle. You seeing that's the guy with the Malibus. Yours are cool too, Andy. I love it. I was actually looking into. Yep, you got some good videos. I love your videos, Pat. You know, I binge watched them the one weekend. YouTube was played out, and I was just going through my people's, my subscribers, because believe it or not, that's all I watch. If I'm not subscribed to you, I don't just hit the menu. I just go to my people, and you got quite a few out there, Pat. And shit, I went back to the beginning, and I was watching the ones. Matter of fact, last week I was just watching ones where you bought that old place out. Had all the glass broke out in the backyard or something, and they had all them trees out back of that old farmhouse. I just watched that one last week. That was a cool video. How'd that ever turn out? Oh, you're welcome, man. You ain't gotta thank me. I love your videos. I think they're awesome. I screw up lots on my opinion. Hey, Andy, we all do. But you know what? That's what I love about watching your videos, too. Because you guys are real, You ain't a bunch of sauced up fake shit, It's real life shit. This ain't ghost hunters like you. Oh, did you hear that ghost?
Excuse me, that's what I'm watching.
Oh, you're watching Ghost Hunters? Oh. I just got yelled at, guys. Well, maybe I shouldn't have used Ghost Hunters. But at least your guys' stuff's real, okay? And that's how I watch your videos, how I would expect to see you guys in real life. Exactly, Fabian. That's why he's here. Oh, you still got it, huh? Cool. When was the last time you did an update video on that, Pat? Because I'd love to see one. Check it out again. I think the last video I actually seen of that, you put one of the semi boxes in there because editing sucks. I do very little. Real people. Another one at Test the Speed Shop. You get what we get, right, guys? That's how we are. Take it or leave it. Like I said, I'm a little bit behind on them. I got your recent ones, but like I said, I binge watched, and I like going back to the beginning of them. Like, I've been a subscriber of yours, Pat, for a long time though, but I never started when I first subscribed. I never went back to the beginning and started watching. You know what I mean? And I did. You're out jamming out, driving that Corvette around through Texas like you stole that son of a bitch. I wouldn't ride with you. You scare the shit out of me. Oh, that's funny. If you guys never watched any Rocker Pat's videos, go over and check them out. It's cool. And hang on when you guys go for a ride with him in his Corvette. He turns the music up. He ain't worried about getting copyrighted or whatever the hell they call that. He lets the music jam, and he's blowing through Texas traffic like he stole that Corvette. It was awesome. Yeah, I've done that too, Andy. I went back on my own because, some of my first videos, like, oh my God. But, hey, everybody's got to start somewhere. But, and that's what I said, in time, we all get better. It's like riding a bicycle, when we first start going, we're going to fall off and have little mishaps. But after time, we'll get better. And if you don't, then you don't. I know one thing though, I'm not ready for Christmas already. I can't believe it's only a couple weeks away. Holy shit. I'm just an old country boy. You tell the way I talk. I'm a northern Michigan boy. You know what? Country boys can't survive though, can't we? I can plow a field all day long. Catch catfish from dusk till dawn. Hell yeah. Yeah, all these guys on here with, you know, the channels, man. If you guys don't have each other, make sure you go check each other out and hit each other up, because everyone that's on here has got awesome channels. Every one of them. We're going to be going out and seeing, you see Rusty Rod's projects? We're going to be going out to Washington, guys, and after income tax and after everything settles down, and we're going to be picking up a Dodge pickup from him. Short box, nastiest green you'll ever see. But I got a surprise for my dad with that truck. You know, another story. I don't know if you guys want to hear it or not, but my dad got a divorce from his wife. Not my mother, but Mr. Bigfoots and Mopars in the house. What's going on? But my dad was always, you know, that's how I got into racing and hot rods was my dad, you know. But like I said, we've been Mopars our whole life. Well, my dad, you know, he went through a divorce because he caught his wife cheating on him, and he gave up everything. Gave up his trucks. He had a '65 Plymouth Satellite with a 440 Police Interceptor in it, you know, 410 Dana rear end, beautiful car. You know, he let it go. Cheap. He had a short box Dodge pickup, the D100. Let it go, and he did it because he would not let his ex-wife take my two sisters because she was drinking and on drugs, and so he gave up everything to raise my two sisters. And now he's, you know, 72 years old, and you know, we're never guaranteed tomorrow, guys. No matter how old we are, I'm just happy he's still here. And how he loves them Dodge pickups is when I came across that one from Chuck out there in Washington. I want to get that truck and, you know, put a motorhome 440 in it for my dad. Just something he can cruise, you know, a 727 Trans, you know, a little 8 3/4 rear end with a, you know, 323 in it, and let him cruise it. We're going to pick up parts. Tesla, we're going to pick up some parts for the S10 from the Hodgkins family, Street Racing Channel, SRC Garage, Bill Hodgkins. He's hooking us up on some parts for the S10. So, we're in Ohio. You picked that up, huh? Michigan's live in Ohio. But yeah, that's something that we'd love to do, guys, is get that truck and, you know, and like I said, just put a stock 440 in it and let my dad cruise around with his chest pumped out, you know, for however long he's got. You say something? Hell yeah, 70. You know, my dad's the same way. He got hit by a car. My uncle, he owned a garbage company, and he drove garbage trucks, and I worked there too. I was the hopper, he was the driver. He jumped out of a car on Craft Road, and somebody not paying attention smacked him, messed his back and his hips all up. And, you know, other than that, I mean, he's still in good health, you know. So I'm starting to think that he's got a ways to go. Like I say, I'd love to get him that truck, and Mopars give you, oh, that's the racetrack? Hell yeah. They get me. I get beat by them all the time too, still. Mr. Bigfoots and Mopars, he's got that 69 Coronet. Oh yeah, that's going to be a bad boy. I love that body style.
Are you here?
I know you are, Chuck, and I appreciate it, man. I really do. Like I said, I showed the wife the video because she didn't believe me. and she's already making a route out how we can go get up there. We're thinking of going Michigan, the UP, cutting over into Wisconsin, and scooting the Canadian border all the way across. And I can't wait to do that either, Chuck, because wait till you see, it's going to be videoed. My dad's face after it gets done, we're not talking any body work either. We're talking just getting it running and driving again. Because he loves them old rusty. It ain't even rusty. It ain't that bad. I think it's got patina is what I'm calling it. And that color green, ugh, but he likes them. I like the old Mopar green in the trucks. So that's just going to make him happy. And if I can make my dad happy before he passes on to the next world, I feels like I'm doing something right. Herb, the only problem with asking you a question is by the time you get to it, it's been a half hour. That's the problem with live feed. Why, do you have a question, Papatron, that I missed? I'm not that popular like Josh, though. I mean, I can get to a question pretty quick. I mean, you see some of these live feeds, they got like 2.4K people watching and, super chats going on, all that. That's one thing you'll never see on my live feed is me asking for money or super chats and none of that bullshit. That's not why I'm here. So, we're here to hang out and bullshit. And you guys showing up is enough for me. I am missing you guys in Nashville. Hell yeah. That's my second family, man. Good time. I love it up there. Wish I could buy a house up there. Tell you the truth. Sell me your house, Lloyd. No, you ain't got a garage. I gotta have a garage. That's one of my stipulations. And it's gotta be at least a 30 by 40. You know what I do hate about this hotel room? I can't have a cigarette. Which, that's probably a good thing for my health, but it's a bad thing because you know what goes good with this? No e-bagging in my shop. Hell yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. You absolutely down and dirty needed it. But over time and time, I've seen YouTube channels go and just get YouTube channels, and that's all they seem to do is that beg for money or beg for donations or do that. Fuck that. Tony gave me a 400 turbo transmission. Yeah, but you got a lot of clientele still, and with my I'm only doing motors, Pat. I'm not doing whole car work like you're doing. If I got room to park the El Camino and the S10, and then have a motor room separate, where I can build my motors for people, that's all I need. Because I'm not going to be building cars or working on my own stuff, obviously. But yeah, I seen you were always looking for a bigger building. But you got a lot going on there. No, I don't either. No, that's not what like I said, there's a whole story about why I started my YouTube channel, and it wasn't for monetization and asking people for money or subscribers or nothing like that. It was, it was a depression tool for me is what it was. I was very, very depressed after my accident. So I'll just leave it at that. And this helps. You know, it lets me still do what I want to do, work on motors at my own pace, and still be able to help people out with questions or help somebody else. I've seen them before, Mark. Oh, just for your stuff, you need 5,000 square foot. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff. Can I ask you a question, Pat? I mean, you can give me a thumbs down if you don't want to answer it here publicly. But this is just something I picked up on your channel. JB, what's going on, brother? Hot rods and 4x4s. But do you stay there in that shop too? Hot rods and 4x4s. That's cool, man. What do you mean that's weird, Testa? Andy, how's Bev doing? Is she doing better? I hope you both are. Hell yeah. Love it. Hot rods and 4x4s. That's it. That is it. She's happy. Hey, happy wife, happy life is what I always say. You know, I gave up a lot of stuff back in the younger days of me, family-wise. And, all right, Pat, sweet. I just picked up on it. I don't know if anybody else, you know, but that's awesome. I would love to do that. I just seen it was, you know, the area that it was in. It looked like an industrial area, but sweet, brother. Hell yeah. Good, Andy. Good. Tarps and a wood stove. Come on, Chuck. Shit, I would have thought you would have had a little, what do you call it, cubicle built in there. Come home from the bar, you bring a lady home. You want to come watch me jam? Well, you take her to the shop, she'll be like, what the hell? Well, but you got to check this out. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you do have a lot of stuff, Pat. A lot of cool stuff. Coors time. Yeah, I am. Andy's going to get a beer. Will you grab me one? I'm going to drink one more with these guys and then... Do you carry them on here? Or? She's watching Ghost Hunters. We're all good. 6.0 swap, 84K20 is running fantastic. I seen that little set. You know what? I would be happy with even that this time of year, Chuck. I don't even have that. You know, I got the shop. You know that Tony. You know, I can do anything I want anytime I want. It's 420 in Texas, Pat says. But you know, at the trailer, you know, we don't. See, there you go, Rusty. You just got a sub for Manny's. Make sure you get him back now. Show him back some love. But yeah, I mean, that trailer park. So it used to be real cool. You know, they're pretty lenient though. I guess I can't bitch too much. I mean, all my neighbors are cool. I got rid of you know, I didn't get rid of, but the guy that lived next to me moved out. He was just, ugh. I'm not judgmental against people in any way, but when you can't even open up your windows because the guy is lazy, you know, so lazy he can't pick up his own dog shit, then I got to step in and say, hey, man, can you pick up your dog shit that you know, it's like 80 degrees in our house. We'd like to get some fresh air in, but we can't, so. Whatever it is that's here, it often seems Oh, whatever, Papa Tron. Quit it. Quit it, quit it, quit it. I knew it. I knew it. I should have blocked you guys. Papa Tron says, "Yep, you're right, Lloyd. Now that he's in Ohio, we Nashville Hicks don't matter no more." You're right, Pat. It's like a mullet. All business in the front, party in the back. I had a mullet damn near my whole life, and I told the wife I wanted to grow it back. She told me, "The hell you are." I'll be coming your way soon, by the way, Papa Tron. And you know what? I just bought a tool just for you to make our lives easier when I do come your way. So don't be hating. I didn't have a big block ring compressor that for $4,250, but I do now. So maybe one of these days when I buy a big block, I'll be able to use it again. But go ahead and make me, give away a Christmas present already. So you can't keep nothing a secret. You gotta make me feel bad in order to spill my beans. Tell me I wasn't thinking about you. I'm gonna do with you. Lloyd, go over there and kick him in his ass for me, will ya? Did you get any of your back-ordered parts in, Papa Tron? Wasn't you waiting on something still? Your pistons or something? They come in? Oh, he must be mad. Or he's a slow typer like me. Hey, did you guys check out that the video I did when we went and picked up the S10? What do you guys think of Lloyd's his new race car, the OG body? Shit. If your guys' traffic is anything like Ohio down by Columbus, oh my God. PA, hopefully it ain't like that, because I tell you what, I'm a good driver and I usually don't get scared. But coming through Columbus, 8 lanes wide, people driving 90, 100 mile an hour, just not for me. I missed that one. I had to go back and read what. Yeah, he's got. He drove all the way. What did he say? 11 hours one way to go pick up his '78 Malibu race car from. Tell me in, Lloyd, Nashville? No, it wasn't Nashville, was it? He's still on here, just commenting. Where'd you get your new car from, Lloyd? I'm having a brain fart again. Yeah, I brake. What, over this way? You did that? Brake check. I brake checked the cop for tailgating. Oh, yeah. I seen your videos down there, Pat. I know. Like, we were talking about that coming through here. I was like, man, you're down in Texas? I don't know how you guys do it on a daily basis. My shit would have dents all over it. Yeah, on I-70 or 270 in Columbus, yep. Exactly. It was freaking nuts. And and I timed it. I tried to get it to where I was coming through there, not at rush hour either, but It seemed like we hit right around that area around 4 o'clock, and it was, oh my God. You were going with the flow, or you were getting run over. I mean, people jetting behind you, in front of you. I live in the panhandle of Florida, no problems there. I live in northern Michigan, and I thought around Flint, was bad. Shit. I'll never talk shit about anybody shit again. I won't bitch. I'll think that we got good shit up there. You start getting into the bigger areas like Columbus, Ohio, Dallas, Houston, all the biggers. Yeah, I won't never say that again around my area because we got it easy compared to what you big city folks got. I feel for you guys, man. How would you get to go anywhere? I mean, I don't know. Unless you drive just like him, I guess. Rocker Pat does.
Prove it necessarily, but it was the most intelligent way I could think of. Yeah, possibly just absolutely.
Still have horse and buggy. Oh, that's great. That's what you should do, Andy. You should hook a horse up, one of the big Budweiser horses, to your, the truck, and just cruise it around. What, in Washington, it ain't like nothing like that out there, Chuck?
This might be the first paranormal device that we've been able to play, like an instrument.
I did today, Pat, I bet ya. I drove just like you on them videos. I was going with the flow. My wife was over there, you're doing 90? I'm like, you still see people passing me? I'm going with the flow. If they're going to pick me out of 100 cars doing the same amount, people driving faster than me, then I'm going to call that horse shit because there was a lot more people doing worse and way faster than I was. I was just keeping up slowly. I mean, these guys were flying. And we're talking expressly 8 wide, 8 lanes. So you go to look at one over, and then you got a guy coming over from the 3rd lane over into the 5th lane. Then a guy over here from the 8th lane coming back over into the 6th lane. Oh my God, it was coming from both ways. Like, get me the out of here.
That can tell us if you're coming closer.
Hell yeah. Next week, Rocker Pat said he's going to take Jackie out with a camera. Yeah, there's martial law on the highway, ain't there? You go with what you go or you get ran over. Yeah, the Malibu. Yeah, he drove 12 hours or 11 hours one way to go pick it up on a Thursday.
What's here could be sour.
Nice car, though.
You're talking at a time where if you had tattoos, you were a criminal. You were, it's only been the last...
I passed him going to town Sunday, surprised 20 miles to home.
like you're a criminal if you have tattoos.
Everyday life for you, Pat says, or for him. But like I said, I don't know how you do it. But I guess, you were probably raised there, though, right? That's probably the norm for you. Us guys that, me, I'm saying us guys, if there's anybody else on the channel that lives in a smaller area, I always thought, Bay City, Flint, the Tri-City areas up by us, I thought was a big population, but you guys heard me say before, in the beginning of this live feed, that this is the first time I've ever been out of Michigan. So I got a lot to learn, don't I? A real lot to learn. And I'll tell you what, I got my first lesson today. I couldn't wait to get here. I'm glad I bring them 8 beers from home because I needed one.
When it comes to health insurance, don't sell for less. With Ambetter, you get low-cost plans,
Martial law.
a network with
Oh,
hundreds of
yeah.
doctors to choose from, convenient telehealth options with $0 copays. Plus, you could even qualify for financial help to lower your premium.
5 miles from Canada, shit.
Now, that's
You're up in the redwood forest.
Ambetter and reliable coverage. That's a great value. Find your plan.
Like, I'm a north. I love the trees, the scenery. I'm not a big, that doesn't mean that I hate it or talk shit about it. I just love the northern, the northern country life. I'm not a big city. I was raised in the city, born in the city, still go to the city. All my family lives in the city. But I love it up north. Just for that reason. Less people. You go down to Detroit and shit, and even Detroit's only got, I-75 is only 3 lanes wide, so I-75 in Detroit ain't got shit on Texas or Ohio, the big cities. You're 125 miles up, Andy? I just shipped a package up to Silverado 15. He's a subscriber. He ordered a couple T-shirts from me, and I had to. Shipping was extra, which I don't care. What it is, what it is. I'm not bitching about it. It was more than what he gave, but I don't care. I had to fill out a form and everything, and saying that once it gets to customs, the U.S. That's where U.S. draws this line. So anything that happens after customs in the border, that's as far as I can track that package to, is customs. So anything after customs on that side. So if he never gets his shirts, I can show him the tag, proving it was sent out or whatever. If it gets lost in customs, or then because he lives in Canada, so it was for 2 T-shirts to ship to Canada cost me $25. Wow, crazy. I don't get the difference. Why it would be $10 more than it would be shipping. I can ship a package to California from Michigan for $15.50, but it's gonna cost me $25 to ship it across. It doesn't make any sense. Did you have to pay? You didn't. Did that cost you shipping, Andy, to get that sticker over here? To fill out that form to ship it over here to me? Oh, cool. Yeah, it's crazy. So I hope he gets it. I sent it out 3 days ago, and he hasn't. Because usually once people get, I'd like them, to let me know that they got it. That way I can quit worrying about it. Yeah, $2. It's only 55 cents, 50 cents here. But ain't our 50 cents worth your $2, Andy? Ain't that the exchange rate from Canadian money to American money?
Trying to talk to us?
And it's funny too that that my dad's got dual citizenships, because I think so. I don't think it's that high. I was just breaking your balls. But yeah, even the currency rate like that, I don't even understand how it works. But my dad's got dual citizenship because my grandmother was 100% Indian from the reservation over in Sarnia, and we get money, from the reservation and the Indians from Canada all the time. So we get paid from Canada, and they got special programs for health insurance for us, our family, and for being Indian. So thank you, Canada. Thank you, Andy, for sending your cash. Make sure you go gamble more so we get more. I'm just joking. Our tribe over there, that my grandma's tribe, I don't think they had, they don't own a casino. They didn't own a casino. They don't pay tax. What, over there they don't?
Now, we were able to have some experience. At one point, we were investigating the front desk, and one of the past owners is Wilbert Eastlack. And we were trying to call out to him, and at one point he made a mistake.
Not in Canada.
I called out William Eastlack.
Well, that's weird.
William Eastlack.
Not federal tax. Yeah, I don't know.
10 seconds after.
Like I said, I know that none of my kids have to pay for college. They get free college if they want. I don't have to, I wouldn't have had to pay for college. My dad doesn't have to pay for hunting or fishing license. And we don't have to pay the toll at the bridge to get over to Canada. So, dual citizenships, it's called.
We did.
Yeah, we did hear a lot of sentences in real time.
To us, it almost sounded like, and it might have been because initially.
But that's just what it is. But anyways, guys, we're gonna give her another minute here or so, and I'm gonna spend some time with the wife. Oh, beer tax. Everybody pays beer tax. I do. And these bottles, I just love drinking beer out of a bottle. I always have. And here in Michigan, well, not here, we're in Ohio here, but Michigan, we can't even take bottle returns back. So, I've been throwing out, I feel bad because I'm wasting money.
Well, it ain't
But-
like you drink them, huh?
So, I've been throwing out my bottles because they don't take them back. But now they're at the point where the Humane Society is taking beer cans or pop cans or any cans that are refundable to help out with pets in the homeless shelter or the shelters. So I've been donating to them now too. Maybe I had the price. But guys, I'm gonna go take my piss break and go have a cigarette with the wife. She's getting ready to head out. I want to thank everybody for coming in and watching the live, and I plan on doing one a week or something, just to go stop in and say hi. And I really appreciate everybody that stopped in and made this first live make me feel good, and it was awesome. And like I said, if you guys ain't got each other, make sure you go through and hook each other up, because we're all little channels. We all could use the extra help. And they're all killer channels, and every one of them that's on here is killer. Nice seeing you again, Testas, Mark, Andy, Fabian, Rocker Pat, Papatron, Lloyd, all you guys. I appreciate it. Chuck, thanks for stopping, and we'll catch you guys next time. All right. Watch for our video coming out on Sunday night, guys. Take care, Andy. Give it our best to Bev.